beginning by lying on your back in a comfortable position on a mat, allowing your body to settle in, feet falling away from each other and your arms alongside your body, with your palms open toward the ceiling if that feels comfortable for you. This mindful movement session combines some simple body movements with deep relaxation. The 3 principles of this movement session will include grounding, energizing, and balancing. Follow along as best you can, doing what you feel capable of and refraining from anything that doesn't seem appropriate for you at this time. Let your own sensitivity to your body override my indications of how long to hold any position that we may be doing. As you develop a deeper awareness and sensitivity to yourself, you are working at the limits of what you can do at any given time. It's important to be aware of these limits and to dwell at the boundary long enough to experience them. But it's just as important not to push beyond them. If you do this work regularly, every day, with care and attention, you'll soon notice that your limits are changing and dissolving by themselves. The best results will be achieved by not trying to achieve anything at all, even relaxation. If a stretch is producing sensations of tingling, pulling, pins and needles, hot feelings or burning, radiating or penetrating or anything at all, just feel what it is. Try to really notice what you are feeling as precisely as possible. Even asking yourself, what am I feeling right now? What is this feeling in my knee or my back? Exactly where is it? What qualities does it have? Is my mind reacting to it or responding? If you wish to skip something we may be doing, just try assuming a comfortable posture, closing your eyes and visualizing or sensing yourself doing what is being described in as much detail as possible. Bringing your attention to breathing at your belly. The abdomen expanding on the in-breath and deflating on the out-breath. Allowing the eyes to gently close if you like, and let your body sink into the mat each time you breathe out. As your muscles let go, any residual tension or strain or stress can leave your body on the out-breath. And on the in-breath, breathing in a sense of vitality and lightness and renewed energy. Now inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your nose, making an ah sound. This may help to relax the body and ease any area of discomfort. Again, breathing in through your nose and ah through your mouth. And returning to your natural breath, in through your nose and out through your nose throughout this practice. Begin now by taking a deep breath in, and as you do, stretching your arms up and overhead for a slow and purposeful stretch. And when you reach the floor with your hands, holding the breath for a moment and stretching the entire body out, fingers in one direction, heels in the other, feeling your entire body stretching right through the fingertips and the wrists and the elbows, armpits and shoulders, rib cage, entire body stretching every joint, And on the out breath, letting the arms slowly and mindfully come back down so that you are in touch with them all of the way. And on the next inhale, raising your arms above your head toward the ceiling, raising your arms any amount, and on the exhale, releasing your arms back down beside you. Pointing and flexing your toes and opening and closing your hands. A good stretch, waking up the body. I invite you to do this stretch a few more times at your own speed. Coming back to the flow of your breathing again. Just noticing your breath. Bringing your knees up to your chest and wrap both arms around your shins. Drawing the knees towards your chest and squeeze gently. Squeezing your knees down towards your chest, and if you like, rocking from side to side as you breathe. If you want, you can raise your head toward your knees so you are massaging the muscles in your back and the muscles on either side of the spine. And you can even try making circular motions as you do it around in both directions, one after the other. Letting both knees go and allowing your legs to rest on the ground. And now, when you're ready, keep your left leg stretching out on the floor, bringing the right knee towards your chest, drawing it in any amount. And if it feels right today, bring your head up in the direction of the knee and perhaps put the forehead on the knee, or just stop anywhere you wind up. Listen to the messages in your body about what your limits are and where you need to stop or back off, experiencing them a little more deeply than you might ordinarily. Letting go now of the right knee, placing your right leg flat on the ground. When you're ready, switching sides, drawing the left knee towards the chest, raising the right leg all the way out. And again, if you want, raise the head up and breathe here, wherever you happen to stop. Just breathing now, holding your left knee towards your chest. Notice any sensations coming up and observing them, not trying to change them, just noticing without judgment. And when you're ready, stretching out and lying back down on the floor, bringing your attention back to your breathing. Abdomen expanding gently on the in-breath and falling back towards your spine on the out-breath. Now rolling over to your side, come up on your hands and knees, placing the hands shoulder width apart, opening space between each finger that is somewhat even. Knees should be hip width apart. Connecting with your breath in your back body. In this position, we are going to breathe out and arch the back, letting your head and tail come down. Arching the back as high up as it will go as the head comes between the arms towards the heart. And on the in-breath, leading with the tailbone, letting the belly come down and the tailbone comes up as you breathe in and feel that stretch, head and eyes looking up. And exhaling again, leading with the tail, arching the back up once more. And once again, breathing in and lowering the belly, making the curve in the back. The other direction and looking up. Repeating this movement at your own pace. Remaining on your hands and knees, breathing in and drawing your left ear and left buttock or hip towards each other. This is creating a stretch in your right side body. Breathing out, coming back to center. And switching sides. Repeating this movement at your own pace. Coming back to center now on your hands and knees. This time, as you breathe in and lower the belly, stretch the right leg up in the air, lifting it up behind you and raising the left arm and stretching that out so that you are breathing and balancing. The head lifted up, the left arm and the right leg stretching out in opposite directions. If this is too difficult for you, just lift the leg, staying here, breathing. It takes some muscle strength in the back and shoulders to do this, so this is really working at strengthening your back. And when you are ready, lowering the knee and hand to the floor, and again exhaling and arching the back up, and feeling the stretch reversing what we just did. And again on the in-breath, lower the belly, raise your head, and this time the left leg and right arm go out, stretching away from each other. Breathing here requires a certain amount of balance, feeling the sensations, experiencing your body in this particular posture, and just accepting yourself as you are with the limits as they are at this particular moment. And now lowering the knee and the arm, hands and knees to the floor, exhaling and arching the back as before. Head down and really getting a good stretch in your back without overdoing it. Easing up to your limits. Coming into now what is called child's pose. Allowing your hips to fall back towards your heels and resting your head on the ground. Stretching your hands and arms out in front of you. Breathing into your back, body for a few breaths. Now letting your hands fall to your sides, remaining in the same posture. Awareness of the breath moving in and moving out. When you are ready, turning around onto your back. Moment to moment awareness, even in the transitions. Lying here on your back, take a few deep belly breaths, feeling your back on the ground, supported by the mat. Bending your knees now, feet hip width apart. Keep your hands to your side body, feeling the support of your feet, and on an in-breath, lifting your hips, pelvis up any amount that serves you today. Bridge pose, remaining grounded in the feet. And now, only if it serves you today, you can bring your hands under your back and interlace your fingers. On an in-breath, lifting up the pelvis and abdomen a bit more. Breathing here. When you are ready, very gently coming down, remaining grounded in the feet. Notice how you are feeling, trying to remain still even after this pose with slightly more intensity. Awareness of any sensations arising and passing. When you are ready, repeating bridge pose for a few breaths. Once you have completed your second bridge pose, draw your knees into your chest. Give yourself a good squeeze, rocking from side to side. Place your feet back on the ground, hip width apart. Drawing your right ankle up and placing it below the left knee. Threading the needle. Breathing here, breathing into the hips. Remaining here a few breaths. Releasing this shape. Coming back to your breath and switching sides. Placing your left ankle below the right knee. And when you're ready, again releasing. And now a simple twist stretch. Place your feet flat on the ground, hip width apart. Bringing your hands behind your head, interlacing your fingers so you are gently holding the back of your head on the ground. When you are ready, let the knees gently fall over to the right, as far as they'll go to the floor. Then turn your head and gaze to the left, beyond your left elbow. Feel the stretch in the chest and into the left armpit, or wherever it is that you feel it. And breathe in and out with this posture as you try and relax into it. Drop down into a state where you are just allowing gravity to pull you down and you are not resisting. Every time you breathe in, feel the abdomen stretch and contribute to the feeling of being stretched in the chest and belly. And every time you breathe out, just sinking a little bit more into the stretch. Then on an in-breath, bring the knees back up to vertical. and letting them fall over to the floor in the opposite direction. Knees falling to the left and your gaze to the right. Even your eyeballs gaze to the right. Relaxing into this side. Full awareness of each moment. Full awareness of your breathing and the sensations associated with being in this particular shape. Coming back up to center. Back to the breath. And now take a moment to do any other stretch that feels right for you at this time. Trusting your own awareness to know what you need. When you are finished with your final movement, move your mat toward a wall. Once you are in position, lying on your back with your palms beside your body, lift both of your legs up so they are supported by the weight of the wall. Legs up the wall. This is a restorative pose. So good to bring your body back to balance after movement. Also good for helping with sleep and anxiety. Legs up the wall. If you are feeling anxious at all, perhaps placing your hands on your belly and feel the natural rise and fall of the breath. Remaining in this posture for a few minutes, awareness of breathing. Slowly moving away from the wall, drawing your knees towards your chest. Giving your knees a squeeze, rocking from side to side. Moving back on your mat and coming into the final posture, resting pose. Lying on your back, fully supported by the ground. palms facing up at the sides of your body. Let your feet fall outward, scanning your body for any remaining tension, toes to head. Simply becoming aware of lying here in this position. Allowing the eyes to close and becoming aware of the wave-like movements of breath at the belly. Lying here, letting go of the thoughts and memories of what we've done and what we've asked our body to do. And becoming aware of being right here, right now, centered and focused. On each out breath, letting go and sinking deeper and deeper into the surface, into a state of relaxed stillness and awareness. As this practice comes to an end, you may take a moment to give yourself some credit and acknowledge taking the time to do this. This is the time that you are using to work on yourself, to develop greater strength and flexibility, not only in your body, but also your emotional life. You are becoming more flexible and creative in your relationship to life itself. Experiencing in this stillness the fullness and depth in each moment lying here, completely relaxed at one with yourself, body, mind, and heart, centered and balanced, an intuitive knowing of who you are as your life continues to unfold from moment to moment.